So, I'm calling this series TMI with TAMI. That's me, Tammy, of course. So, today is the first day that I have really felt like I was okay with turning off the air conditioner and opening up the front and back door of the condo and, uh, and actually being cool. Being cool with that. We've had rain for the last 3 days, and the beauty of that is it has cooled things down so much. It's heavenly. So, some people don't like the rainy season, but it is a blessing when the normal days have been heat index of 107, and I don't do heat very well. And now, this is the first day I've turned off my air conditioner and opened up the condo while I'm still in it, and been okay with it. But a lot of my neighbors, most people that I know, will, as soon as the temperature is reasonable, they'll open up their front and back and let the breeze blow through, and they're perfectly fine with that. I, however, refuse to sweat in my own home, but I'm spoiled. A lot of people are a lot more okay with the heat and able to handle the heat. Now, I am coming from 40 years in Florida, so I know how to behave myself in the heat. It's not like I've never experienced this before. I contest that it is hotter here in summer than it is in Florida in the summertime, and it doesn't really matter because when I was home, I would go from my air-conditioned house to my air-conditioned car to my air-conditioned office and back again. I knew not to go out and do physical activity out in the heat, not recently anyway, and I know my limitations. Of course, I sometimes forget my limitations, and a couple of weeks ago I decided to go join a group doing a beach cleanup, and I thought, it starts at 4 p.m., it's only an hour, I'll be fine, and, like totally forgetting my limitations, and I thought it'd be okay. It was not. But I made it out. We walked down to the beach. Mistake number one, I left my water bottle up at the meeting point and then grabbed my bag and my picker and moved out to the beach and without my water bottle. And I was out there for about 15 minutes when I felt the very familiar warning signs. My ears were buzzing, my vision was going white, and rather than be concerned about my well-being, I was more concerned about how to get out of that situation without anybody noticing, because it's so embarrassing to be that one that, oh my God, Tammy's passed out. We got to call emergency services, or, everybody's concerned, which because everybody's, kind, of course they're concerned. But so I'm pouring sweat and I sit down on the sand because I had to. And so I'm already getting caked in sand. And there was, no really place to sit upright, and my sitting down wasn't helping. I was feeling nauseous, I was still feeling faint, and so I just said screw it, and I just laid down flat on the sand, quickly becoming a powdered donut with, just sand covered me. And so then, of course, a couple of people came over and asked if I was okay, and I said, I just needed a moment, but I needed my water. And so one of the guys went up and found my water for me, and laying flat, eventually got my blood flow back to my brain, and I was, kind of recovering. But at that point, once the heat sickness hits me, it's pretty much all she wrote. And while I was able to recover and, gradually walk a few feet to, a next place that I could sit down, and then when everybody finished, we were able to go to the bar restaurant right near where we were and drink lots of water and get rehydrated and get back home. But the rest of the night was migraine level headache. It's that typical dehydration headache. And, I'm sure I did all the things wrong with not hydrating enough beforehand, not getting enough electrolytes beforehand. But my biggest mistake was just going out there and expecting that I was going to be fine. Maybe over time, as I gradually acclimate back to this level of heat, I'll be okay and I can be more adventurous in terms of doing more physical activity in the heat. But maybe I won't. And, the thing is that I have a tendency towards orthostatic hypotension, which means that when I get down low and come back up, my blood pressure drops, and then my veins don't push the blood back up to my brain, which provides oxygen. And you just can't operate without oxygen to your brain. And the heat makes that worse. So heat causes blood vessels to expand, meaning, they're not as contracting as much. And yes, there's things that I could do to maybe make that better next time. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to work within my limitations, and more importantly, working on not hating on myself for my limitations. And that's all up here in the brain that lacks oxygen sometimes. So anyway, that's my TMI for the day. And otherwise, everything is great. I'm here, I'm settled. And yeah, it's just a beautiful overcast day with nice breeze flowing through my condo, and I'm able to enjoy it without the AC, and feel proud of myself for saving the environment. Anyway, that's all I got.